All right, guys. Here we go. Dokkan Diamond. Did a lot for a major celebration, 11th anniversary. Probably we won't have another one of these after this one until I'm probably gonna do it. So see how we did this right here, pre 11th anniversary. Then we did a part one, a part two, and then kind of like a part three or a closing one, which is what this is. I like that. And then I don't think the meta is gonna shake up super crazy until June. I think maybe we see some stuff drop in like April or May for Golden Week or something like that, like some tough content or something like that. But I don't think we're gonna get like a massive meta shakeup or something like that. So I imagine our next Dokkan Diamond will be sometime in June, maybe after the June Part 2 LR, eventually leading into GDC. Remember, the end of June I think should be pretty quiet in terms of releases as we're leading up to GDC actually starting, right? So let's jump into a Dokkan Diamond here. And again, I do want to keep these kind of special, but I think doing a bunch kind of like during anniversary I think still keeps it special. And then we won't see another one of these for a couple of months. I mean, this is still only this is the sixth one we're doing. And I first did this August 13th, right? So then I did one in October and then one in January. Yeah. So we're gonna take a nice little break after this. So this is the previous Dokkan Diamond. Now there are quite a few changes actually, a little bit more than I was anticipating I was going to do. Now I guess we are in a bit of a pickle here because we did get introduced to a shit ton of content, a huge amount of content, right? But a lot of the content is going away, being removed, taken, thrown away, thrown into the trash, thrown into the garbage, thrown into the bin. They're just like, yeah, the Jiren fight, probably the second hardest fight in the Red Zone era. We're just gonna get rid of that, right? Like, they're just like, yeah, we don't give a fuck. Like, whatever, man. And a lot of the content's gonna go away. But I'm not gonna just, pretend that kind of like the foot in the door they stepped with this content. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, it doesn't even exist. Sorry. Doesn't even exist. Like, all right, we're back to Bio Broly every single day and Cell Max. Like, So we'll see, too. I imagine the response to Dokkan is going to be very ferocious about exactly how they're handling removing the content. So my expectation is maybe if I wanted to be hopeful, maybe we could see the content come back during like GDC or something like that. But I mean, we'll see. So keep in mind that with a lot of the fights, so Greatest Tours, the Ari Red Zone, the Ari Supreme Magnificent Battle, along with kind of like the Artificial Lifeform Red Zone, which is still like very difficult. Those are kind of like the main fights I'm sort of thinking about. Now, one thing, so here's the newest Dokkan Diamond. One thing about this, I would say, is it definitely does benefit long characters, like a long event. Long event characters, certainly it's very nice for them, right? So we could start with AGL quickly. Nothing for AGL. No, I don't think there's any changes. I don't think I would change anything. I don't think the change in maybe some of the content structure would make me have to change anything. I feel good. I feel good as AGL is. We can quickly here go ahead and take a look at a couple of characters. I think AGL UI Goku probably is the first character off of the list. Now, I mean, I did ask people, like, what do you want me to do with time-limited buffs? And most people said, do not consider time-limited buffs. So UI Goku still is valuable, but he's about to drop down to, just dodge or die with no damage, no potential tanking, no nothing, just dodge or die. But still useful dodge or die. But here's the thing. We are moving, it does seem like a lot of these fights are longer. These are not like, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turn fights. Like, we got more phases, fights that are a little bit longer. So remember, that stretches and that hurts, some characters that are relying on kind of like shorter. And now we have, again, sort of like longer fights. So UI Goku, and I do have AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku in here. Still has a nice toolkit, but man, he could get blasted, dude. It's just very easy for him to get blasted. I like Gamma 2 over him. Next, we move to tech. Yeah, I'm sorry. Deborah is him. Deborah is actually that fucking strong, dude. Like, he is. And it's like, we're not going to just pretend. Like, he doesn't have a team protector mechanic. Ridiculous taunt. Deborah is really fucking good. Now, if you really wanted to poke holes in Deborah, you would talk about his team. And, I mean, that's pretty much all we're doing is using his team. Right? Deborah's team. And it's filled with Dodge or Die characters who could get completely eliminated. Outside of Goma, you guys might notice that there's essentially no other characters from this on his team that would mesh great. We can run Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, but they're not at max power on Deborah's team. Hell no. Right? But they still could be useful. So it's like, but Deborah, like, again, I am totally comfortable with Deborah debuting at the #1 tech character. I have no problem with that. He is that powerful. And I'm very confident and comfortable in saying that. Deborah is just that good. I feel like mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku with his toolkit, I do got to give him a little bit of a nudge above Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Then we have Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta who, dropped down a bit to, well, I guess he did drop from God rank to Z, right? So we got God rank, Z plus, Z, SA. And I mean, I do think Vegeta drops from God to Z, but that's with the introduction of Deborah. And, mini Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, maybe I was too high on Vegeta previously, right? Where I did have him just one spot in front of Goku, but yeah, it's just Goku has a little bit more survivability if there's AoEs, if there's, AoE supers, if there's locking, a lot of these types of abilities, I do think he's actually going to be able to handle this quite a bit better. So, again, I feel comfortable with it. I would put Deborah, Mini Goku, Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Golden Frieza and Gogeta really were very impressive in a lot of the Jiren fights. I mean, they can have a little bit of issues. I think maybe we could talk about really pushing them up even on my LR tier list and here, but I think for now I'm kind of comfortable like that. And then Pan comes in at the bottom. The next character up, the gods. I think with the content taking a turn up in length, I do think that makes the gods much more effective, right? Compared to, I mean, I'm not in love with the gods if we're running Bio Broly and Cell Max. It's just like, I'm good. But, like, some of these, like, longer fights, they could stack up a little bit. They've got dodge. I really did like them in the Jiren fight. I thought they were very effective. I think we could kind of have the gods next up. Maybe you could put the gods above Tech Pan. Maybe. Orange Piccolo is in here. He's another character who we got some really good, clean runs against Jiren, thanks to Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo was probably going to be the next run I would have done if like I barely got the AGL Gogeta one because I had a lot of trouble with the AGL Gogeta one. If not for that, Orange Piccolo is next up. I feel like Orange Piccolo probably would have been an easier run than AGL Gogeta was, honestly. I mean, who knows, but I do think so. So he was close up, and the next is Int, okay. So, I feel like that covers it. I mean, again, maybe people probably would want the gods above Tech Pan, but, like, the gods are just such a popular character. I do think that they're, certainly the way the content shifted a little bit favors them tremendously. But at Pan, I mean, we can move on to Int when talking about Pan. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku, I mean, they need Pan. Please save us, Tech Pan. Those rainbow orbs are huge. Even when we're going through a long fight, having a strong rainbow orb changing character on some of these big LR heavy teams is just so helpful. Pan is really good. Huge dodge. She could have good damage reduction. She's got attack debuffing, attack break, 2-turn support, rainbow orb changing. Tech Pan is great. I'm totally fine with her right there. Moving on to Int. I do like Future Gohan and Trunks a shade above the Super Saiyan 4s. I mean, if you must have the Super Saiyan 4s in the God spot, and put Future Gohan at Z+. I'm certainly not bothered by that. I do have my issues with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I mean, you know, we all know that he's a little fatty, right? Like, it's, you know, not really too shocked about that. Like, we know. But it doesn't change the fact that how explosive and good that character is overall. Absolutely. That character is a tremendous demon. Especially Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I mean, again, we want to talk about Jiren runs. Super Saiyan 4 Goku was the closer on many teams for us, right? He's very good. Super Easy Int UI Goku, I am blown away at his greatness. I think he easily explodes up onto here. Not quite enough for me to put him above the top two crazy LRs. I mean, a Carnival LR and a Dokkan Fest LR of only the last couple of months. I wouldn't put Super Easy A Goku above them, but easily Z is fine. The Int Kid Gohan, I'm willing to say I've been underrating him, for sure. I think the Kid Gohan is actually really quite good. The ATL Carnival Goku, I feel like really overshadowed that Kid Gohan. And Kid Gohan is also a character that's never been popular. I mean, people can take this any way they want to, but it's a factual statement that that Kid Gohan is the least popular anniversary character of all time. And that is true. Even like STR Evolution Blue Vegeta, Goku, and Frieza, I gotta imagine are more popular than that Kid Gohan. That Kid Gohan had, bro, yeah, he's down there. But I like his EZA. I think he's pretty good. And then Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, I mean, they're kind of just like falling off. It's difficult to run their team is an understatement. Blue Vegeta, the Super Easy will probably be the next character up. We could discuss him. I also do have Baby Gohan and Goten here. We could run them on Deborah's team. I think we can get away with it. But here's the thing. This character, I think, is also hurt a little bit with longer fights. Because if it's a shorter fight, you know, you're opening up with them having all of this, which really helps them. And then, you know, they have their active skill guaranteed turn dodge. You know, as we lose a lot of their intro dodge and stuff, it starts to get a little bit dicey, I'm thinking. Maybe we could consider this character, but, I mean, Int has got some strong units. And the last character we got to talk about is Fat Boo here. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, like, Fat Boo, a lot of the times, you know, you could just, well, fuck it, like, he's the number 2 best unit in the game or something like that. I don't think many people were using him too much in the Jiren fight, but I do feel as though there was an avenue towards being able to utilize Fat Boo towards getting some Jiren runs, for sure. I do think so. But Fat Boo is hurt by longer content. Fat Boo is goated if it's a short, you know, Bio Broly. He shows up, he dies, comes back, Ghost Usher, and the fight is done before he gets a chance to get touched. Well, I mean, if these fights are really lasting long, that's not the case, right? It's like he'll die, revive, use your Ghost Usher, but then here he is again, and he gets fucking blown into hell. So, I mean, I am not really... Fat Boo is such a particular case. I feel as though I must mention him here, but I don't think he was not even close for consideration for me. I'm looking at the length of the Jiren fight, the Greatest Tourist fight, and the Red Zone and Supreme Magnificent Battle RE fights, these end-of-anniversary fights. That's the direction they're taking it in. I promise you, I feel like content will be designed with this character in mind. They are the crown jewel, kind of like the Part 2 anniversary amazing animations Dokkan Fest exclusive character. If we have to guess, I wonder, what is content going to look like? Look at that character, this character, right here. That's probably content will be made for them to succeed in, would be my guess. And that hurts Fat Boo. So, Fat Boo gets pushed down a notch. All right, so I feel like that is good for Int. Yep. All right, next for STR, the blues at the top here. Nothing, I mean, is that going to be controversial? I don't think so. Only to probably Dumbos. The blues, their kit is just too good with so little weaknesses. Maybe people would want Daima Goku above them, I guess. Yeah, you know, I think I could... It's not the craziest thing in the world. Yeah, I mean, if you really had to have Daima Goku at God rank, and then you'd put the blues at Z+, I could live with that. To me, I think the top 3 in the game is very easily, though, the Blues, UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta, and Goma. I think those are the 3 best characters in the game. But if you are adamant about Daimagoku, yeah, I could see it. I think Daimagoku is very overhated. I mean, maybe his EX super attack mechanic leads it to be easy to hate him, but people just lose sight of the fact that, you do your super attack with Daimagoku, you miss the EX super, but he's still doing over a 100 million attack stat. That usually is a crit. I've found when I'm missing the EX super, it's not because, oh, we missed the crit. No, we're getting the crit. He just isn't EX supering still. So it's still a 100 million super attack crit that does massive mommy milkers damage, right? Now, GT Goku Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, to me, they are an incredible disappointment. I still think that they're probably around a top 10 LR in the game, but I don't think are good enough. I don't think they really hit the standard that I was expecting for these anniversary easy LRs. Like I don't, unfortunately. It's still very good. And I still think we'll be using them all year. They're a huge option. Again, with this character, any partners for this character are very likely to be super good moving forward. Because, again, I just truly believe that, at least until probably GDC, this character is going to be the main focal point, I would imagine. Just like the 10th anniversary fusions last year and like these anniversary characters. Remember, the 10th anniversary is the only year where it's kind of been cut off at GDC, by the way. So I would not be shocked if, UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta and the Int Super Saiyan 4s are near the top here all year long. Would not shock me. Maybe the 10th anniversary was just kind of like an aberration and not something we can anticipate seeing again. I could see that being the case for sure. Okay, so we have that. Rose is still in there, but I mean, I don't think that there's a lot of change in his condition. His setups are much to really discuss there. And then, of course, we can also talk about Gamma 2 and Orange Piccolo, who I think are an effective character. I had Android 17 pulled up, who, remember, is still very good. Has that, crazy support, 2-turn support, dodging. He's got some good stuff. And then, of course, Gamma 1. Kind of like some Android superhero type options right there. Okay, so next we're gonna... Oh, and Baby. I did have Baby pulled up. Maybe we could slide Baby in... Nah, I can't put him in Gamma 2. No, fuck no. Hell no. But one of the next couple of characters up. I do think Baby's helped out a little bit on Deborah's team. That team has Goma Giant Form, Baby Giant Form. And remember, Baby is a longer fight character. Now we see the Golden Great Ape. The problem is that this fucker still dies nonstop for me. I don't know. I don't know the answer. He still dies nonstop. But previously, I would have said, well, yeah, Baby's great, but we can't even get to the Golden Great Ape, which is a major problem. Now that's not really the issue, but this guy just dies a lot. But I think he's a good option for Deborah's team, especially in some of these longer fights. I have no problem running him, and I definitely would run him on Deborah's team for sure. All right, so we have that. Yeah, so I guess that covers STR. So now we move on to physical. So UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, I think they're the #1 unit in the game. I think that they are just really crazy. The 2 guaranteed turns of the 100% dodge, 100% damage reduction, just really, really effective. I really enjoy saving UI Goku for the end and then busting out this guaranteed dodge character towards the end of the fight. Does tend to work really well. Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, I think, are very good. Whereas the GT Anniversary LR disappoints me. I just, not really as high on them as I wish I could be. I do not feel the same way about Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. I think those boys are absolutely fucking nuts. I do. Then Physical Ultimate Gohan, really good character. Just kind of feels like right around there is perfect for him. And then we have Physical LR Gogeta right there. Again, I think he's a little bit improved because, same thing with the gods. Long fights makes it a little bit better than him. And then Omega tumbles down because the content is longer. The content being longer is a bit of a problem for Omega. Then holes start to show in the team. Holes start to show for Omega. And the team is just not really quite as good. So I do feel like Omega does now tumble with the content taking a longer approach. I don't think Physical is really strong enough anyway, right? With only Daima Piccolo and like mini Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta being kind of like the first characters off. Physical's not that crazy. I would anticipate maybe even the Saiyan Day character being physical. It does feel to me like physical is very weak. Int got a huge jolt with these two characters right here. Physical, I guess, did get these two characters, but still feels like it needs a lot more. AGL, it's now been a while since we've had a crazy AGL character too. Well, I guess Game 1 and Ultimate Gohan count, but yeah, there we go. So let me know what you guys think. I feel very good about this being the Dokkan Diamond. If I had to pick what people would be upset about, maybe people talk more about these guys. Maybe they want Golden Frieza and Gogeta to be higher. I bet you people would want the gods on here. My prediction, the number one thing that people would talk about would be the gods should be here. Yeah, probably a lot of people would want this character at God rank for Int. I'm sorry, that Future Gohan and Trunks, man. Anyone who uses them excessively is going to have them in this spot. I feel like people haven't used that character, don't use that character, don't look at that character. Like, you know, they're like, oh yeah, the Super Saiyan 4s. Dude, this character is ridiculous. They're crazy. So, chat, let me know what you guys think. Again, this will probably be the last Dokkan Diamond until, man, I mean, probably very close to maybe like June 22nd, 23rd, 24th, probably somewhere in here. Like, this is when I'm going to start thinking about probably doing another Dokkan Diamond. So we'll see how much things will change by then. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you, Angels, for watching. I'll catch you guys when? Next time.